How many times have you heard someone confidently talking about their plans, their dreams, their goals, only to watch them fade away without taking action? The loudest people often achieve the least. They think that by talking about it, by boasting about it, they've done something. But true greatness doesn't need a spotlight. It creates its own. We live in a world where everyone wants to be famous, but no one wants to start at the bottom. Everyone wants the applause, but no one wants to put in the work. The irony is that those who truly work hard don't seek the spotlight. They understand that success is the best revenge. I want you to close your eyes for a moment and imagine a vast, dark ocean. Now picture a small boat gently rocking on its surface. The boat represents you, and the ocean symbolizes the challenges and adversities of life. As the boat sails through the ocean, there are times when the waves seem to crash over it, threatening to capsize it. These are your problems and obstacles, but the amazing thing is that the boat remains steady and upright despite the waves. Why? Because the boat has a hole in the bottom that allows water to flow in and out, keeping it balanced. This is your ability to adapt and overcome. Now open your eyes and consider this. If you seal the hole in the boat, what happens? The boat becomes unmanageable, tossed around by the waves, unable to find balance. Similarly, if you refuse to accept the natural flow of life, if you try to fight the waves instead of working with them, you'll lose control. Problems may seem overwhelming at times, but if you have the ability to adapt, they won't drown you. In fact, they'll make you stronger. This story reminds us of two very important things. Firstly, we can't avoid problems in life. They're inevitable. But secondly, how we respond to these problems determines our success or failure. If you embrace the flow of life, if you learn to adapt and overcome challenges, you'll find a way to stay upright just like the boat. Now let me ask you a question. Have you ever met someone who talks a lot but doesn't seem to get much done? You know the type, always making plans, always sharing their big dreams, but rarely following through. We've all come across people like this. They're the ones who think that by talking about their goals, by boasting about their accomplishments, they've already achieved something. But the truth is, they haven't. On the other hand, have you ever encountered someone who doesn't seem to say much, but when they do, everyone listens? This person might not boast or make empty promises, but when they speak, their words carry weight because they back it up with actions. Their quiet confidence speaks volumes. You see, in a world full of noise, it's the quiet ones who often achieve the most. It's not about being loud or drawing attention to yourself. It's about focusing on your work in silence and letting your achievements do the talking for you. You don't need to announce every move. That's a mistake many people make. They waste energy trying to impress others with their words instead of impressing them with their results. Here's the harsh truth. The world doesn't care what you say you'll do. The world respects what you show you can do. Think about it. If someone brags about their wealth, people might be impressed for a moment, but they won't respect that person unless they see tangible evidence of their success. Likewise, if someone boasts about their intelligence or their connections, people won't take them seriously unless they back it up with actions. So if you want to be respected, if you want to stand out, stop wasting your energy on empty words. Instead, focus on your work in silence. Impress people with your results, not your promises. There's a Chinese proverb that goes, "A man of great talents, if he is idle, will even disgrace his parents." This means that our abilities are meant to be used. If you have talents or skills, you've been given a responsibility to use them. Just having talents or skills isn't enough. It's what you do with them that matters. Think about a painter who has spent years honing their craft, mastering the techniques and creating beautiful works of art. Now imagine that painter suddenly stops painting. They lock their brushes away, never to touch them again. What happens to the painter's skills? They start to rust. The painter becomes out of practice. It's the same with everything else in life. If you don't use your talents or skills, you'll lose them. You'll become rusty and out of practice. That's why it's crucial to put your abilities to work. Use your talents to solve problems, to create something valuable, or to make a difference in the world. That's what you were meant to do. Here's a powerful quote from Nelson Mandela that says, "It always seems impossible until it's done." Well, this means that no matter how challenging a task may seem, as long as you put in the effort and work hard, you can achieve it. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when faced with a difficult challenge or a seemingly impossible task. But the truth is that every great achievement began as just an idea. Every masterpiece was once a blank canvas. Every success story started with a single step. So whenever you feel like giving up, whenever you feel like it's impossible, remember this quote. Remember that you have the power to make things happen. You just need to keep going. Keep pushing forward, no matter how difficult it may seem, because in the end, it will all be worth it. If you want to succeed, if you want to achieve your goals, stop talking and start working. Focus on your craft, hone your skills, and put your abilities to good use. Success isn't about luck or chance. It's about hard work and dedication. When you share every goal, you open yourself up to three types of people: those who don't care, those who will try to discourage you, and those who will actively try to prevent you from succeeding. These are the naysayers, the doubters, and the haters. The naysayers are the ones who say things like, "Why bother trying? You're never gonna make it." These are the people who have given up on their dreams. They've lost hope, and they don't want you to have hope either. Then there are the doubters. These are the ones who say things like, "Oh, I don't know, you might not be good enough," or "Are you sure you can do it?" These are the people who are afraid to take risks themselves, so they try to discourage you from taking risks too. And then we have the haters. These are the worst ones. These are the ones who say things like, "What makes you think you can do it better than me?" Or, "I bet you'll fail." These are the people who want to tear you down because they're jealous of your success. But here's the thing, you can't please everyone. You can't make everyone happy. So why waste your time trying to do so? Why listen to the naysayers, the doubters, and the haters? Instead, focus on your work. Let your work speak for itself. When you share every goal, you invite criticism, doubt, and negativity into your life. But when you stay silent, you build quietly. You protect your vision until it's strong enough to shine. You're building a powerful engine inside of you. You're accumulating knowledge, skills, and experience. And one day, when the world least expects it, you're going to blow up. You're going to achieve something extraordinary. So don't worry about what others think. Don't worry about their criticism or their negativity. Use it as fuel to keep you going. Let it motivate you to work harder, to prove them wrong. Because in the end, it's you against the world. And if you win, the world will remember your name. When you share every goal, you expose yourself to ridicule, discouragement, and jealousy. But when you stay silent, you cultivate focus, peace, and determination. When you stay silent, you eliminate distractions. You cut off the noise and you block out the haters. This allows you to concentrate on your work without any interference. You can focus on what you need to do to achieve your goals without being distracted by outside forces. Secondly, staying silent helps you maintain inner peace. When you don't share every goal, when you don't brag or boast, you avoid inviting criticism and negativity into your life. This allows you to maintain a sense of calm and balance. You're not constantly seeking validation or approval from others. You're not constantly worrying about what people think. Instead, you're focused on your own path, your own journey. Lastly, staying silent cultivates determination. When you keep your goals to yourself, you develop a strong sense of ownership and responsibility. You're not relying on anyone else to push you forward. You're not waiting for external motivation or encouragement. You're driven by your own internal fire. You have the determination and resilience to keep going, no matter what obstacles or setbacks come your way. Remember, your grind doesn't need an audience. Your determination doesn't need applause. It's your silent strength that will carry you to the finish line.